everyone, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Michelle and we are getting into House of the Dragon today. But before we do, if you all can drop a like on the video before we get started, because it really helps in the algorithm. I'm trying to grow the channel and I'd really appreciate it. Now, last episode, Otto got the boot and he is regretting so many of his life choices now. I think he's kind of like holding on to hope that there's a way back, but I feel like he's sort of understanding that now that Aegon and Criston COLE are together, there's just really nothing he or Alicent can do, because I don't think he actually believes Alicent can like they call Aegon malleable, and I haven't seen a single moment in this series that has made me believe that the boy listens to anyone. We've seen Alicent hit him constantly in the first season, and it didn't help. She didn't really get a chance to rear him properly. I mean, she was so young when she gave birth to him as well. I don't see Aegon being reeled in whatsoever. So I get this feeling that Otto is sort of like trying like this one last ditch effort, but I don't think Otto actually believes there's any salvaging anything. Like when he was talking about Viserys, you could just see, I don't want to call it love, but regret. It just felt so regret filled and nostalgic, and just wanting what was back, and there's just so much uncertainty going forward. I don't know, last episode I feel like Otto was like the standout, and Rhaenyra, I feel like both Otto and Rhaenyra and Daemon and Aegon, like there was just so many back and forths in the episode in regards to Viserys, and I really do like seeing both sides kind of tackle what Viserys meant, not just to them, but his intentions. When in reality, I think the person who understands Viserys' intentions the most should be Alicent, because he did tell her very early on in season 1 why he named Rhaenyra. I feel like he was pretty honest with her from the jump, like that episode where like Rhaenyra stabs the boar. I believe he was pretty honest with Alicent as to why he named her in that episode, in my opinion. So I think she's probably the person who understands Viserys' intentions the most, strangely enough. But yeah, Otto's without a job, Daemon's without a home, Criston COLE is psycho, Eric and Arik are dead. I'm convinced it was Arik who fell on his sword in the end. I will hear no differently, because I swear the knee injury was like their way of, like, if you track the knee, I feel like you can tell who's who once, like, if you keep an eye on the knee. And the knee, it was Eric's knee that was slashed, and it was Arik who was killed. I'm convinced that's what happened. Anyways, let's get into this episode. Grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to.
Can you even get that thing up?
Well enough for killing Blackwoods.
Put the boundary stones back.
Babe killer.
What did you say?
Your false Queen Rhaenyra.
Oh, keep her name out your whore mouth.
Aegon Targaryen is no true king.
Speak.
Just as you are no true knight.
Exactly.
Listen.
Speak it. Yeah! Oh, y'all with the shits too? Kill him, come on. Oh, he's lost.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, he looks crazy. You don't fuck with the creep. Exactly. You pull a sword and he walks into it while laughing and licking his lips like that? No, honey. No, honey. That's just... You don't mess with them types. Those are the touch types.
He is the basest of villains.
Oh, hey now.
He sullies the grave of his brother.
Careful, Viserys.
And what of those who sent him?
At least she buried them together. They shared a womb and now they share a grave.
Or was it when the child was beheaded?
No, it was when the throne was taken.
Or when Aemond killed Luke?
No, it was when the throne was taken.
Or when Luke took Aemond's eye?
No, it was when the throne was taken.
You've appointed new knights to the Kingsguard, Your Grace.
To replace those we lost.
The last one needlessly, some might say.
Which link in your chain denotes the art of war?
This council must rediscover the discipline it lately had if it's to be of any use.
The Riverlands are the key to the war. Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands. I will ride out with those I can muster here, men I know.
Daemon's there. Daemon's there.
I will turn the crown land houses who declared for Rhaenyra to our cause. We will add their numbers to our own and then turn west, where I will enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrenhal.
So like to be destroyed by the first stronghold you meet. A bold scheme indeed.
Well, the gods favour the bold.
They did not favour Sir Eric.
I'll come too, with Sunfire.
Aegon.
Your Grace.
You'll need a dragon.
My plan is not to draw attention.
It's a brave thought, but we cannot risk your loss.
Let him go.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
Say it like you mean it. Their faces. Child, you know, for people who have... Both sides have known this was coming for a very long time, and yet y'all ain't got no actionable plans. It's actually kind of sad how everyone seems to like be running around with their heads, like chickens with their heads cut off. How do you know this is happening for decades and yet no plans? Nothing? I love her outfit.
As I would think, you would wish to reward me.
Send her ass back on her way then.
A place at your court.
No.
You said your earnest desire was to flee Westeros.
And you let me go. You showed me grace when you could have withheld it. I know the struggles of the small folk of King's Landing. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful. Are they always like this?
Sea Smoke, my late lord husband's dragon,
Oh.
has grown restless of late. We cannot know why.
Maybe he's lonely.
Oh shit. Is Rhaenyra dead? I'm still on the fence with Mysaria. I never feel settled with people who trade in like secrets and the Varys types, the Larys. I never trust them. That's an angle. Kind of like it too. Let's see what Big Daddy Daemon's up to. I feel like his helmet might like restrict his vision, right? Where is he? Oh. That's where that's in the very first episode, the first scene of the first episode, where they did the council and they decided Viserys to be king. I guess he found who we
Claiming Harrenhal.
He says, yeah, I'm not trifling with the nigga who got a dragon. Take it.
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra.
And what of your lord, Larys Strong? He who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family.
Yeah, he murdered his father and his own brother.
My nephew, Lord Lionel, perished by fire, and his son too. Here, in this damp place. Even in summer, we struggle to light the hearths. So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong
well,
here.
At least they know it was his conniving. ass.
Forgive me,
Excuse you?
I'd only assumed that as consul...
And we are reminded of the perilousness of assumption. Summon your Lord Paramount so that I may treat with him myself and turn them to our cause.
That would be Lord Grover Tully, but he grows frail. It's said that he can no longer speak. His grip on his bannerman is weak. They feel they can do as they please.
I will speak with him nonetheless. People should obey their liege lord, whatever his condition.
If you are successful, well, when you are successful, what then?
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
For Rhaenyra?
It's a big chair, made of swords.
That will not house your ass. It will house Rhaenyra's ass. Daemon? What is with him wanting me called your grace? And whenever... I like the little nod to Viserys. Like... He said people should respect their liege lord regardless of their,
Commander,
the fuck do you do to your hair? He really is crazy. Oh my god.
They have penetrated our castle walls, and now the Riverlands are aflame after the Battle of the Burning Mill.
There has been no word from Prince Daemon, your grace.
Oh shit.
And what is that?
Dragons. Send them all out. Start turning green strongholds to our cause, and burn those who resist.
No. Fear of it is in itself a weapon. The Greens will make the same calculation.
Child, her council don't respect her at all.
We will secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone. The Greens understand that.
You keep banking on the Greens understanding. What? You got a plan, Rhaenyra?
This council would do well to remember that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire, Jaehaerys the Conciliator. Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's.
I gotta pause it because what the fuck is that supposed to mean for them? The fact that it's her saying that her council does not respect her, and at this point, do I blame them? You don't know what's going on with Daemon. You got armies coming from the Vale and the north, but they're so far that they're not going to make, like, how long is it going to take for these armies to come? Like, do you have a plan? Like, they literally sent Ark to try to kill you, and they would have succeeded if you did. Let's just say Rhaenyra didn't release Mysaria that night. She would be dead. If not only if she did release Mysaria that night, if Mysaria didn't notice, what if Mysaria was looking down when she walked past Eric and never figured it out? Like, you would be dead. I don't agree with her counsel fully, but I do understand the frustration over Rhaenyra's lack of action. The lack of planning here is insane to me, because how do you know they're going to take your throne for years and not have some kind of plan in place or secure your allies long before it happens? Like, da!
So how do they fare, the ditherers of Dragonstone?
Rhaenyra's counsel is wayward. She has a hard task. I must hope she will rise to it.
Yeah.
I cannot spare a fighting dragon, but I send what I can. It is for you to remind Lady Jane of her pledge and persuade her of the urgency of our need.
Go safely, sister.
Far away from any danger, with only babes to nursemaid.
You do a great service, and may yet find yourself glad to be out of harm's way.
Do not coddle me, Baela.
I love her, like, shawl thing she has going on. It's so beautiful. Her outfit, her wardrobe, her hair. It's been excellent this season. Ooh, I love his oh my god, I love his outfit. Okay, Jace from the back, look at the red. These outfits, oh my god. Team Black got the best outfits, I swear. Rhaenyra looks queenly. I'm gonna need her to like get there too. Like she has the kindness and the grace of a queen, but now I need you to have the fierceness, the intelligence, the planning, the iron fist of a queen too. Come on, Rhaenyra. I'm with Rhaenys. She needs to rise.
God be good. That's you. Her name is Sylvie.
Oh.
Aemond the Fierce. And yet you still lie with your very first.
Why is he such a jackass?
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Hit him! Backhand him!
Your squire is welcome to her. One oar is as good as another.
Oh, damn. He just offered her up to them.
Egwene, our company is camped back yonder.
I assure you, my nephew will not begrudge me a night of comfort.
This man said, bitch, I'm gonna get me a bed. Oh, I love the
If it soothes your brow, Cole, we will rendezvous with your army at first light.
We're exposed.
What? Cole?
Get to the trees!
Shit. But who is that? Rhaenys? Oh, it's Baela. I forgot. That was Rhaenys for a second there. Oh. Wait. Rhaenyra said not to engage, right? But it's Criston COLE. Burn Cole. Burn him. Kill him. I was gonna say Rhaenyra said don't engage, but shit. Criston COLE. Kill him, Baela. Kill Cole. Go. Be fast. Don't just Chikari's the fucking forest, girl. Burn him. Come on. Okay, look. Smokey the Bear taught us about forest fires and all that shit, but Smokey, there's a rodent in the woods that needs to die.
Could you be certain it was Cole from such a great height?
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't.
This is why you must act now, Your Grace. Loose the dragons, root Cole out, and burn him.
Yeah, I'm with him right there. Fuck Criston COLE. Burn him, girl. Come on, it's Cole.
I have heard your arguments. And will consider them.
Cha, if Rhaenyra don't start doing more than considering, she gonna be bearing another kid. All this dripping. Who's at his door? Oh! Excuse me? Excuse you? The hell is going on? Is he dreaming?
Always coming and going, aren't you?
Oh, it's the young Rhaenyra.
And I have to clean up afterwards.
Oh, my, ooh. Is this man crying? Is he dreaming? Oh. Well, Daemon's go through it? What the hell? What the fuck?
You will die in this place.
You give me Grudge vibes.
Your Grace.
I just realized something. Both Rhaenyra and Aegon have taken on, like, spy
What do you know of the
masters.
movements of Alicent Hightower?
Would you take her hostage? Or kill her outright?
I would speak with her.
Killing her would be easier.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Mysario on that.
I must see her. Face to face.
There are fishing boats aplenty in the bay. The city depends on them. Daemon made the journey unhindered.
Alicent is pretty neutered at this point. Really not much she can do. I don't think she's in, like, the same position of power that Rhaenyra's in. She's the Queen Dowager. With no true allies, Larys is hitched up underneath Aegon's ass now. Aemond, I don't even know where Aemond falls in regards to his mother. I mean, he spoke shit about her in the first episode. Said, you know, she holds love for our enemy. Fuck that. Makes her a fool. Aegon doesn't listen to his mother. Criston COLE don't listen to her. I don't get what Rhaenyra is doing. What can Rhaenyra, like, ask of Alicent here? Kill Aegon? Get him to, like, step down? I can see your hair, Rhaenyra. Oh my god. Girl, I can see the whites of your hair. Cover up better. I'm trying to think, what could she ask Alicent to do here? I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the plan, like.
No. What? I must speak with you. If I could cry out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. Though not before I killed you. And then what?
Yeah, if you die, they'll kill your kids.
Oh, I've begun badly.
Yeah.
Rhaenys has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to avert the worst of what may now come.
Okay, she can wish it, but does she have the power?
I've come to surrender then. I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace.
Like?
But if you and I may come to terms...
There are no terms now. You've no army. Your allies turn from you and they hear of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime. I could never have imagined you...
The trespass was not mine. I am a mother too, and you have yet to answer for the murder of my son.
I repudiate that act with all my heart.
Of course you do. I'm usurping my rightful inheritance.
Do you have terms? This is such a huge risk. Because if she ends up caught and killed, the kids die. They'll hunt your babies down.
I saw the king that night. Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. A right he upheld steadfastly. Did you betray him at the very last? When was your plan first laid? Was your ambition so keen?
He changed his mind, Rhaenyra.
She was concocting plans since long before he died. You knew this, Rhaenyra.
What did he say at the end? Did he speak my name?
Now I get the point of the scene, because I'm wondering what the hell is this point of the scene, because Rhaenyra, you haven't done anything.
It was hard at times to understand, but he spoke Aegon's name.
Wrong Aegon. Not yours. This is what happens to all y'all naming your children Aegon.
He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
What?
I desire peace as you do, but to possess...
Did my father use those words? The prince that was promised. He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire. It's a story he once told about Aegon the Conqueror. There's been a mistake.
There's been no mistake.
Please. You can prevent this, Alicent.
How?
Terrible war is looming. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss.
But how?
It's too late, Rhaenyra.
Alicent.
Yeah, you would think when you found pieces of your son's dragon on the beach. I mean, I'm gonna need Rhaenyra to come up with a plan. An actionable plan, Rhaenyra. Plans, please. Please come up with a plan. Okay, so that was episode 3, and this really felt like it was Rhaenyra's last-ditch effort to prevent war. Like, it felt like she was really trying... she was fighting a futile battle, in my opinion. Like, I feel like Rhaenyra is still kind of clinging to some futile hope that it won't come to war. Sort of like based off of the whole Song of Ice and Fire prophecy and how they have to like hold the realm together, and then not wanting to send the dragons to war because it's just, you know, it's like sort of a zero-sum game, everybody loses type mentality that she's on. She kind of frustrated me this episode. I think, you know, I will say this. Rhaenyra is a character who I think has, throughout the show, like she's never been like the most like politically savvy individual. Like, I think there aren't many politically savvy individuals in House of the Dragon as a show. I think Otto definitely stands leagues above in terms of playing the game. I think he's probably our best player, even though he did just get fired and booted out of the... Well, no, I'd say Larys is the best player in House of the Dragon. I feel like he plays the game the best. But speaking of Larys, both Rhaenyra and Aegon have taken on like Master of Whispers of sorts, like their own little spy masters, and I do think that's very interesting. I historically don't trust any of them. Like, I don't think there's ever been like an honest spy master. I know Game of Thrones took the character of theirs a different way than what he presents as in the books, but regardless, I don't trust any of them. Like, none of them. Not Larys, not Varys, not Masari. I don't trust any of them. So which is why I'm kind of like weary of Rhaenyra. I thought Rhaenyra would like want to bring her on after she saved her life, but the fact that Masari was the one who asked to join her council, like she wanted a seat at the table, it just makes me like, like it'd be one thing if Rhaenyra like brought her on in like some kind of foolhardy, you saved my life, let me protect you and keep you around, and then somehow, someway she finds her way onto her council. But Masari being the one to ask just makes me like even more weary of that relationship. I don't trust spy masters. They're like, I just don't. Like, I know Varys in the Game of Thrones show was like presented as someone good, but I mean, just his book iteration, no. Anyways, yes, Rhaenyra's meeting with Alicent felt, you know, as it was happening, I found myself like, I'm always trying to sort of think ahead as to like what the point of a scene is, what the writers are really trying to get at. And for me, I couldn't like nail it until they started talking about like the prince that was promised, and then that scene kind of sort of made sense to me, because it's like Rhaenyra is taking such a huge risk going into King's Landing to talk to someone who has essentially been neutered. She has like no distinct power or influence anymore. Like, okay, maybe she does still have influence, but she doesn't really have power. Like, I feel like Aegon, Aemond, not only are they men, they have dragons. For me, it seems like you're hinging on Alicent's ability to persuade her sons, and now that Aegon's been on the throne, like, what is the best outcome here? Like, Aegon gets off the throne, and now that his son has been killed, is there any like retracting that? It seemed a little like question marky. Like, I want Rhaenyra to be smarter and understand that there is no path. It just seemed like this was a very emotional decision that she made. It wasn't really one that she made with her head, because if on the off chance that she got caught and killed, her kids. They'd kill her kids too. And I get that that's the point, that she's trying to prevent bloodshed and protect her children. But if you die, they'll just go in and take all of you out. Like, you know, like it felt like a big question mark. But then I kind of get what the scene was there for, like towards the back end of it. I guess it's like to sort of reinvigorate Rhaenyra's belief that her father wanted her to take the throne. Like, he didn't change his mind. Or maybe to like get Alicent to rethink what she thought Viserys said. But rethinking that, I mean, I'm so curious as to where Alicent goes now, because what does she do? Does she start working against Aegon? Does she start working against Aemond? Does she start like trying to get him out of power, do certain things? But it's like, it's a huge question mark as to how can you prevent war at this point, because it's like you have to surrender your power, but your power is how you protect your children and yourself. So neither party is going to surrender their power. To do so would be to just lay yourself bare to the whims of whatever may come. Like, Aegon and them can't like back down because they've killed Lucerys and they usurped the throne, and they've killed other lords and ladies in the realm. Like, you would be at their mercy and their word, and you can't really bank on that. And the same thing can go for Rhaenyra. Like, Aegon's son is killed. You know, it just seems like there's no guarantee. There's no way to guarantee safety here. And the only way to is to surrender your power, but you surrender that, you leave yourself vulnerable to whatever the other party chooses to do. And maybe they keep their word at first and leave you be, but then who's to say they won't turn around and kill you later and slaughter you and your children? So it's like you're at a point where you can't really negotiate peace at this point. Like, there is no way forward unless you fully take the throne, neuter them, like, I don't know, separate them and their dragon. Like, it's just, you can't, like, there's no retracting. And so this, I can understand Rhaenyra's council's frustration, because what are we supposed to do here? Because the only armies that you have secured are so far north, and it takes time to like go from north to south. I mean, God knows in these TV shows they love to like time travel and like they speed run apparently, so maybe her armies won't take that long in the north and the Vale. But regardless, it's like, I know she has the blockade happening right here, but what happens after the blockade? Do you have plans to go in with the dragons and take the throne? Like, will you like rely on the people to turn on Aegon and all of them? But they have dragons, so they can like subdue the people. It's just, it's like, what is your long game here? Like, how do you plan on securing your throne, taking the throne, protecting your children and yours? Like, if you get what I'm saying, like, Rhaenyra doesn't seem like, she just doesn't want war, but she's not really giving. Like, in this episode, we saw her send her children away, and I guess that's, like, one thing she's doing. And we have Corlys and Rhaenys with the blockade, but, like, what's the long game here? And then we have Daemon over in Harrenhal telling people to call him Your Grace. And he's, like, collecting an army, and he's saying, we're going to take the throne, but he doesn't say we're going to take the throne in Rhaenyra's name, or like, she's, like, it feels like he's undermining her in a way. Or maybe it's, like, a long game where he knows the best way to secure the Riverlands is to get them to back him and like kind of like crypt for power, like pretend that he's the one who's taking the throne and like bait and switch it. Like, that's the best way to do it. I don't know, but he's getting haunted. Like, he, like, that scene of, and it was really refreshing to see our younger Rhaenyra. I think I can't recall her actress's name. Something with a M. Yeah, I can't recall the name, but it was good to see her again. And that's so haunting, seeing her like stitch together Jaehaerys's neck or his head back to his body, and just sort of like have Daemon look at what he's done here and is seeing him tear up, and like the younger version of Rhaenyra is there. I do wonder what that means, like the fact that he's seeing young Rhaenyra, or maybe it was just like a cool way to bring back the previous actress who played our young Rhaenyra in season 1. But either way, I do like that we're seeing him getting haunted. Like, dude, you fucked up big time, like killing Jaehaerys. Like, I get it, we want Team Black to get their lick back. Lucerys was killed, get your lick back, but not like that. Like, you hurt Helaena. And speaking of Helaena, your heart breaks for her, because she is just like Like the way she forgives her mother, the way she talks about the small folk and the people and her own grief and her relation to it, and her just coming up to her mom saying, I'm sad about Jaehaerys. And you can tell she doesn't really know how to deal with those emotions head on, but she's vocalizing them to her mother. You feel so bad for her because, like I said, the children, Rhaenyra's kids, and as well as her son, well, her daughter now, like her son and her daughter, they're innocents in all of this. Like they're paying the price for the choices the adults made, and they're now getting dragged into it. Speaking of the choices the adults made, like Rhaena and Baela in this episode as well, like Rhaena's like, she's getting sent to the Vale, but then she has to go to Pentos where her mother died, and you can tell she just doesn't want to go there. I do think Rhaenyra was a little too like you gotta do this, Rhaenyra. Like Rhaenyra, she's telling you she doesn't want to go back to the place her mom died. She's like, I need you to be a mother to my children in the place where your mother died. Like, I get why Rhaenyra is like really like, she's scared for her kids. I get that. I really do. I just, it felt a little like, oh, I kind of felt bad for Rhaena. Like I feel bad for her because I can, like, everyone in the family are dragon riders and you want to like help, and now she's sort of just being regulated to a babysitter, and it sucks. But at the same time, it's like, girl, you found your way out this war. Like, this is your exit. Take it. I'll gladly babysit and stay out of this freaking war. Like, I don't have a dragon. I don't like, well, no, because the baby done got killed and he didn't have a dragon. Like Jaehaerys, I was gonna say like the best way to not be part of this war is to not have a dragon, but Jaehaerys was not a dragon rider and he got his head chopped off in the crib. So no, I guess that doesn't secure anyone. But Rhaena, I do feel bad for her. I do feel her frustration over not being a dragon rider and that isolation. That was something they touched on in season 1, that Daemon ignores Rhaena because she's not a dragon rider, which he's such a shit dad. Like, holy shit, Daemon, at least excel at something. I guess he is excelling at like getting the Riverlands so far, like Harrenhal. He's taken Harrenhal, so hopefully he succeeds at that, like war. Like maybe that's Daemon's use. Like that's the only thing he excels at, war, because the husband and the father duties, you're a little lacking. The same thing with the brotherly duties. Like you lack a bit. He lacks a bit, but war, we got him. We got Daemon for war. But speaking of war and daughters, Baela sees Criston COLE and she should have just burned him. Should have just burned him right then and there, but he lives to annoy us another day. Ooh, honey. And then Aegon and Aemond. That's another, like, I mean, at least the relationship between Baela and Rhaenyra are functional. Like not Aegon and Aemond, that was humiliating. And I do get that Aemond has always been bullied, and I guess that was always a part of his hatred towards Lucerys was, I think all the kids bullied him for not being a dragon rider, but I definitely get the feeling like it feels like Aegon being his like immediate brother, because Jaehaerys and Lucerys aren't his brothers. So I guess there's just like this little like, okay, they're Rhaenyra's kids and they're teasing me, but getting that from your own brother is, I feel like it's a bit different. Like if you go to like, those are your sister's kids, like fine, but your own brother coming at you like that, and it just, I feel like it hurts more for Aemond. He definitely strikes me as someone who strikes back because of the humiliation he deals with and feels the need to assert himself in certain situations. Like he said he lost his temper when he ran after Lucerys and he regrets it, and I do like that he regrets it, because we did see that he said it was an act, like we saw when he killed Lucerys, like he was shouting for Vhagar not to do it. I mean, on one level it's like, you know, you don't play around with things like that, but I struggle with Aemond and him killing Lucerys, because it is an accident, but he did like facilitate the situation where Lucerys could lose his life. But I do like that he regrets it, because you can tell at the end he didn't mean to kill him. Like he didn't mean to take it that far, or maybe he did, he just doesn't get that part of himself yet. But either way, Aemond, I felt bad for him. Like Aegon is an ass. Like when he's like, not to say that he's better sober, but when he is drunk, he is just awful. Like, he's not like the best of the best. Like, he's not like a sparkling personality when he's sober, but when he's drunk, he just gets 1,000 times worse. They need to keep that boy from liquor at all times. We didn't get any Otto in this episode, and that was, I gotta say, it feels weird without Otto. Like, I feel like Otto is, when Otto's not on the scene, it feels like we're lacking brain power. Like, everyone, like everyone in the show's brain power just decreases when Otto Hightower isn't around. Like, he strikes me as the smartest character. I mean, yes, he has made like some dumb mistakes and has gotten himself fired a few times, but like, ultimately, I do find him to be the orchestrator of all of this. And not only the orchestrator, but just someone who wants to preserve the spirit of Viserys, strangely enough. But it's like, if you wanted to, you'd put Rhaenyra on the throne. I find his character in this season to be very compelling, and I missed him in this episode. Not to say that he wasn't compelling in the first, but I do find the season 1 iteration of him felt very power hungry, and like hiding his power hungriness underneath the good of the realm. Whereas in season 2, especially in episode 2, when he has that moment where he's talking to Aegon and he's kind of like voicing all of the admirable traits that Viserys had, like, I feel like I'm getting a different side of Otto in this season thus far, and I really missed him in this episode. I want more of Otto. I want to see, because ultimately he's the mastermind of all of this. If you like, you have to tip your hat off to Otto, because all of this starts because of him. So I loved when we get to see like these little emotional beats with him that stray from the "it's for the good of the realm" line. That I feel like he says it so, I feel like he does want it though. Like, I don't think he wants to see the realm go to war. Strangely enough, he's a complicated character, and as time goes on, I am becoming an Otto lover. I used to hate him, and now I really do find him to be one of my favorite characters in the show, like top 3. Last episode really changed. Like, I'm having an epiphany here. I think Otto's like my top 3 favorite characters in House of the Dragon. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Now, listen, last episode really like changed my opinion on him. I better get him in episode 4. We got no Otto this episode. They need to change that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next week for episode 4. Take care, everyone. And a special shout out to the patrons: Midgie, Tawny, See-Through Battle Monsters, Tyler, Juan, Beto, Freddie, Marcella, Gabrielle, Alicia, Carmdal, Sushi Senpai, Cozy Cobra, Gazelle, Maddie, Victoria, Queen Lydia, Dexter, Chairshot Cat, That Weird Person, Shirley, Salty, Cammy, Klaus, Cersei, Kacha, Nino, Donovan, Nicole, Sayla, Nathan, Casey, Liam, Pierre, Glitchy Glam, Autumn, Soapy, Morgan, Jordan, Zach, Nandy, Jess, Alexander, Reen, Max, Ricky, Jake, Amario, Jamie, Jesse, Mate, Jalil, Melissa, Teddy, Sebastian, Ann Van, Crystal, Soul, Jacob, Rosa, Aslan, Jordan, Cool Gal, Nan, Bobo, Lucas, Maria, Alex, Mads, Vivisha, Karen, Bree, Jackie, Sammy, Alexander, Erica, Julie vs. Jell, JD, Jacob T, Sarah, Melissa, Christine, Uga, James, Valerie, Julia, Oliver, Sam, Michael, Mr. Nobody, Jamie, Harper, Caitlin, Velasca, Ethan, Miko, Emma, Sam, J.R. Finway, Melanie, Brenda, Nate, Becky, Courtney, Mel, Ted, Axel, Diego, Santina Moore, The Winter Times, Jenny, Zach, Dominic, Wendy, Ash, Valario, Zachary, David, Kage, Darren, Jean, Nathaniel, Karen, Christian, Rob, Danny Girl, Marcus, Omar, Randy, Kueller, Dwayne, Logan, Sarah, Alex, Seb, Samuel, Jaden, Viliana, Joshua, Lima, Barbara, Laramia, Oliver, Villy, Ignorance, Reno, Academy BTS, America, Heidi, Jasmine, Codpier, Mel, Madeline, David, Power, Matthew, Haley, Chelsea, Estrella, Axel, Latuntre, Cade, Erica, Nina, Rafiki, X, Toby, Andrew, Demetrius, Tiffers, Genevieve, Rip, Maurice, Dismitri, Aldebaran, Tor, Nick, HBK, iTaco, CD, Eric, The Dingo, Lit King, Koala Banana, Chat Mocha, Chris, Sealor, Treya, Matt K, Ito, Emily, Joseph, Flash, Theo, Paige, Alexander, Ingrid, Chase, Enid, Larissa, Joe, Alan, Danielle, Riley, Smegs, Bianca, Indra, Joshua, KL, Ash, Malik, Muda, Wambly, Burger, Endless Chi, Robert, Paul, Abby, Daryl, Hobbs, Clef, Eric, Danny, Michael, David, Ria, Kiera, No, Felix, and Sunchi. Thank you all so much, everyone. Take care.